Now at 6, frustrations about transparency after our special Lighthouse investigation, Duty to Disclose. It revealed dozens of Brady list officers are being left in the dark.
It's completely unacceptable for an officer to learn through a media story that they're on a list that may impact their ability to testify in court. That's severely problematic.
Do officers deserve to know if they are on the Milwaukee County Brady list? That's the question after our Lighthouse team learned the 2 largest law enforcement agencies in the county do not tell officers if they have landed on a list of cops with alleged credibility concerns.
Our Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan took his findings to the state largest law enforcement group. It now says it wants legislation to fix this issue.
The DA's office wanted to keep the full Brady list a secret from the public until we hired an attorney and the Wisconsin Department of Justice advised them to turn it over. In partnership with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and Wisconsin Watch, we published the full Brady list online so you can see who's on it. The Wisconsin Professional Police Association says officers should learn that information from their department, not from news reports. It's a list no officer wants to land on. The Brady list. Do you think the police department and the sheriff's office should alert their officers that they're on the Brady list?
Well, that's up to them to decide ultimately. I mean, they work for them.
District Attorney Kent Lovern says every time an officer is put on the Brady list, his office notifies their department. During an interview with the top 4 Milwaukee County criminal justice system leaders in January, Sheriff Danita Ball and Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman said that information isn't passed down to their officers.
We don't ask about the Brady list, sir.
191 current and former officers are on Milwaukee County's Brady list. It's a record of current and former cops with credibility concerns due to allegations of past crimes, dishonesty, bias, or other integrity issues. That information has to be disclosed to defense attorneys if they're called to testify. Between the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office and the Milwaukee Police Department, the agency said in January that 24 current officers are on the Brady list. 19 of them work for MPD, but Chief Norman says he doesn't know who they are either. So you don't know who's on the Brady list?
We don't know who's on the Brady list, but it doesn't take too much to understand who can potentially be on the Brady list.
Should you know who's on the Brady list?
No.
Why not?
Because we have records of our own. These are our own officers. We provide the DA's office this information. And so it's not a surprise in regards to officers who have credibility issues.
It becomes an unofficial blacklist. And it's something that it can create real reputational harm to an officer.
We took Chief Norman's response to the Wisconsin Professional Police Association. It represents 11,000 law enforcement members across the state. MPD Chief Jeffrey Norman told us he doesn't know who's on the Brady list from his department. Is that acceptable?
Of course not. No, it's not acceptable for any law enforcement administrator, and it's not acceptable for the officers that might be on a list to not know that they're on a list.
WPPA Executive Director Jim Palmer says it isn't just a problem in Milwaukee County. He hears about officers being left in the dark about their Brady status in counties across the state.
And we think there ought to be some uniform standards in terms of how these decisions are made and how these lists are maintained, to the extent that they are maintained. We also believe that officers, there should be a requirement that they're notified, and an officer should have some reasonable opportunity to contest that or to appeal that designation.
I've already heard from several officers who learned from our reporting that they're on the Brady list. Some tell me they're now trying to contest that designation with the district attorney's office.
Duty to Disclose is a special investigation in partnership with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and Wisconsin Watch.
If you'd like to see our previous reporting and our full database of the Milwaukee County Brady list, head to tmj4.com/lighthouse or scan the QR code on your screen. You can also find all of our investigations and Lighthouse exclusives.